Hello everybody, welcome back. This is Deborah Richmond from Tech Buzz Marketing, and I'm glad you could join us because today we're going to talk about what results can I get using social media. That's a question I get quite a bit, and today I'm going to be giving you some of my secrets. And I'm really excited about doing that. Let's get started. I want to answer that question for you. But first, let me tell you a little bit about my story. And that is this. In 2009, I was laid off from a marketing department in an insurance company. That's where I worked before I started Tech Buzz Marketing. 2009, as you recall, was a very difficult year. There were lots of things happening and a lot of shakeups were going on in the job market. And I was one of the casualties, one of the early ones that I was laid off. I decided then, because I am a single mom, I suddenly had no income whatsoever, and I decided then that was never going to happen to me again, that all my income would come from one employer, and I knew I needed to start my own business. It's something that I had been sort of thinking about. It was time to do it. So I started my business from scratch. No name, nothing. There was nothing that existed that was Tech Buzz before 2009. I dreamed it up and started building the brand. In 2009, I started building the brand, and the large part of that was building my online marketing system. And this is the system that I today use. Through that year, 2009, setting up that system was a lot of trial and error. There was a lot of learning that I was immersing myself in social media, trying everything everybody said that worked. Found out a lot of it did not. Found out a lot of it you needed to know the pieces, how to put the pieces together in order to bring someone all the way from social media to a sale, which is what we're interested in. We don't really want to spend a lot of time on social media. We want to market our business. That's why we're there. 2010, I started making sales from social media. So by then I had figured it out at least enough to start making some sales from social media all the way to the sale, and have been perfecting that system ever since. So then Tech Buzz today, in 2012, I had 735 likes on my Facebook page. So I did a lot of different things to learn how to get people to your page and liking your page. There have been a lot of changes over the last those 3 years, and it's gotten to where each time there's a change made, I know exactly how to go in, figure out how to change that strategy, and it's always the newest strategies are what I teach. My LinkedIn page, I have 1,500 connections. LinkedIn is a very strong, you've heard me say this before, LinkedIn's a very strong place for my business because I am a B2B business. I can connect with people there who are looking for what it is I have that I'm talking about. My email list, I have 5,000 people on my email list. An email list is, many of you already know this, an email list is very important as far as online marketing. It's really becoming, it's not something that's old-fashioned. I think some people think an email list, that's really old-fashioned. Nope, it's not. It's still one of the biggest missing pieces in a social media marketing plan that people are missing. And that's a big secret right there that you should know. If you don't have an email list, you need to be thinking about one. Twitter, I have 5,700 followers on my Twitter page, and I'm happy to say that's more than my teenager has on hers. But it's been, again, a solid 3 years of building this and building all of these pages and getting those numbers up and doing the things that it takes to get people who are following you and listening to your message. And then my website has 14,000 unique visitors in the year 2012. That's, I'm very, very pleased about that because almost every one of those I was able to drive myself from social media to that website. I do a lot of work with SEO because social media is really good with SEO, but I spend most of my time concentrating on the social media to drive traffic. There's one number that's not on here that I'll tell you, and that is that my free ebook that many of you have already downloaded, Pump Up Your Profits with Social Media, that is available on my website, has been downloaded over 8,000 times. So I'm really proud of that, because one of the things that I really wanted to do when I was making my decision, where am I going next in life and what am I doing? One of the things I wanted was a business that made a difference to the world. And while that was a very grand type of scheme, the way that I could see I could make a difference, or wanted to make a difference, was putting this information into the hands of people who need it. Because if I can help you get your sales pumped up, then you can help your employees, and it will just ripple effect. And so I'm happy to show you the things I know, and hopefully you can just take them and run with them. And I really hope that you take the information that I give here in these videos, that I give in the blog, that I give on my website, that I give in the email lists that are sent to you. I hope you take this information and just run with it. So 2013 is looking to be an even better year. In 2012, I grew my business by 25%, which I'm very happy about, and I intend to do the same thing in 2013, have some plans in place, and of course, all of the marketing for my business is done with online marketing and social media. So let's get into the nitty-gritty, the secrets. This is my marketing machine. This is my blueprint for how it is that I turn social media, take time I spend on social media and turn it into sales. So just real quick to show you what this blueprint is showing. In the very center is the most important piece, and that is your blog, which is also your website. I call mine my blog because I have a blog feature on it. And I highly recommend everybody have that. But if you have just a website, no blog, then that's the center for you, is a website. Now, I'm going to tell you some pieces. These are pieces that if you don't have these, I want you to write them down, because you need to start working on them. Every business, every type of business I work with needs these pieces. I haven't found one yet that doesn't fit. You need, of course, your website, which I'm sure you probably already have. If you're new and startup and you do not have a website yet, you'll want to start there. So a website with a blog. Blog is very, very important. That's where you're going to give a lot of good information to people who are searching for you on the internet. And again, I'm talking about that email opt-in form. A place on the internet where, such as my website, you go and you sign up for the free ebook. That is the opt-in form for my email list, because anyone who does receive my free ebook also will receive emails from me with tips on a regular basis, which many of you are already receiving, so you know what I'm talking about. So that's your center hub. That's your home base. That is where you should be driving all the traffic when you are working on social media. You want everybody to come, as many people as you can. You want to interest them so they will come to your website, your blog. So that's why it's in the center. Now the satellite, the spokes on this hub and spoke system are the social media, places for social media. And so the four that I focus on right now are Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, and YouTube. And again, I spend most of my time on LinkedIn because that's where I get my best results. Every company is different, but Facebook is a great place for B2C companies. You're selling to consumers. LinkedIn is a great place for B2B companies. You're selling to other businesses. Twitter is a mixture of both, and so is YouTube, is a mixture of both. So my recommendation is always, if you find, you should have these four at least. There are others that are coming onto the scene. They're building. One of them is Pinterest. I'm watching Pinterest very closely. I'm starting to do some testing with it. One of them is Google+. I've been on Google+ for a while, starting to kind of do a little bit of testing on it. Again, I watch those social media places to see if they're going to build large audiences. That's when I want to jump on them. But if you are a B2C, you have a line of products, Pinterest would be a very good place for you to have a presence. So you can add that to your map for sure. And then YouTube is a great place for just about everybody. So take a look at YouTube as well, and at least get a presence there. So now I've shared with you my machine, my blueprint. Now in this video I don't have a lot of time to go into all the details of how you use this, but that is the basic gist of it, is that the strategy, the main strategy is you engage people by talking to new people out on social media. You then interest them in coming to your website, and a great way to do that is having a blog so that you've got things to interest them in. And then when they're to your website, you interest them in signing up for your email list, so that then you can now email those people on a regular basis because they're interested in what you have because they signed up for your freebie, which for me is the ebook. I know anyone who downloads that is interested in social media. And so then you're able to, on a regular basis, email the people on this list. The list will continue to grow slowly but surely, and then you have an audience for any time you have a new product or a new promotion to talk about. You have a place where you're continually building relationships with those people on your email list. And then when you have something that you're ready to promote, they're there ready to buy. That is, in a very brief nutshell, the strategy that works, and that is all the different things that I continue to test and try. They all become part of this particular strategy. This is how we use the internet. This is how you and I as business owners can get results from the internet. So if you want to know more about social media and you're convinced you need to start really digging into this and start getting a good strategy for your business, if you're ready for those things, soon I'm going to be having some resources ready for you that I'm gearing up for. And these are going to be some very specific tutorials about social media and about strategy and inbound marketing. And while you're waiting for the next video, it won't be ready for a couple of days. So while you're waiting, I have for you, you definitely want to check this out. It is a website that I want you to go to, techbuzz.com/Facebook business page. So you're going to want to write this down so that you can go to the internet, put this into the address so you can take a look at this. This is a video. It is one of the videos that is going to give you a good idea of the types of products that I offer and that I'm going to be offering in the next couple days. This is a preview for you. But not only is it a preview, it's a real piece of the system that I use, and it really is a very valuable video on how to set up a Facebook business page. So go take a look at it. It's not long, but it shows you exactly the things you need to know. If you already have a business page, go on, take a look at it just so you can see what the tutorials look like that I offer, so you have an idea. And also, you may want to watch the video and see if there's anything maybe you're missing, because I talk about not only how to put it together, but strategy in putting it together. So those of us who already have a business page, there's a lot of different moving pieces of a page, and I can tell you which ones are important to you as someone marketing your business. So definitely check that out. It is free and it is very valuable. This is something that a lot of people pay me to teach them. Over and over and over I teach people this. It's one of the things that almost all of us need to know, is how to get that Facebook business page up there. And so I want to give that to you for those of you who have joined me. It's especially just for you, and everybody who didn't, they miss out. So you guys can reap the rewards. Hang on. Pay attention to your email, because in a couple of days I am going to, like I said, send out an email. It's going to have some more information. It's going to talk more specifically about what it is that's coming up that's available for you. It's going to be a resource that's very affordable, and if you are marketing with social media, it's going to be something that's going to be very valuable for you. So till then, take care.